Good afternoon.
Hello.
Good evening. Good morning. It's me and Raz, Dream Team.
Yep.
The two most frequent podcast contributors, I think.
Yeah. Getting bored of us now.
Well, do you know what? We've got so many episodes lined up that I think we do the first one, and annoyingly, our cameras all cut out, and it was like because we had to switch to the phone. So people are going to think, "Oh, the podcast is back."
Yep.
They're going to be buzzing. They're going to see that we still don't know what the fuck we're doing. They're probably going to unsubscribe.
Yeah.
But then the next like 5 that we've done are all like flawless.
Brilliant.
I tell you, Chucky and Cleesby did one about being a dad.
Yeah.
It's fucking excellent, man. I was there mixing the cameras.
I'll watch it in maybe a few years' time.
It'll be out in
hopefully.
It'll be out in probably a few years' time, so it'll line up nicely.
Right.
So hope everyone's doing well. We've got no agenda today, but we're just trying to commit to actually doing a podcast. And you know, Joe Rogan doesn't really have an agenda, does he? He just chats shit.
Yeah, true.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, man.
That's all he says. We've just decided that we're maybe going to bring car bants back as like not supplementary, but like as a secondary podcast.
I'd like to do it as much as I took a lot of disses. It was like the pinnacle of good content, and we did that before carpool karaoke was even a thing.
I mean, it's innovation at its finest, if you ask me.
Yeah, in a 12-year-old car that was fucking awful to drive. How much better could it be
in the van?
In the van, where we've got a lot more space.
Yes.
Where it can be like, all right, you know what? This is.
Chances are, by the time they watch this, we've probably already brought it back.
True. And you know my real reason for actually thinking we should do that again? It's because how fucking hard is it to get people here? And there's a lot of blockers involved in getting parking. People are working. But you know what people are down for?
Nice drive.
Yeah, coming out for a drive for an hour and a half.
I love a good drive.
Yeah. And my vehicle's quite nice to drive.
It is nice to be in as well as a passenger.
Yeah.
So we're going to buy some tech for that and look into it. It might be out by the time you watch this. It's not going to replace this. This is a different kind of conversation. That's like a full-on in-betweeners style thing. You know, when I worked at Curry's, we had a little GoPro concession stand.
Yeah.
And I was like, because I knew one thing about a camera, I was like the go-to camera guy.
He knows that ISO doesn't stand for anything.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't, but like I'd literally have to have conversations with people about digital SLRs, just blagging my way through. Like, this sensor lets in more light. I don't fucking know anything about it.
Remember
so
when megapixel was like the thing that everyone like thought about? Like, this one's got a 12 megapixel camera.
Yeah, it's very much over that battle, isn't it? I think the iPhone's had a 12 megapixel camera since like the iPhone 6.
Nokia did a phone with like a 43 megapixel.
The Lumia, that was a big boy.
And it was bollocks.
Windows Phone.
Yeah, it was still a piece of shit.
Crippled by the software.
Yeah.
Anyway, this GoPro concession stand, I was talking to this customer one time, and it was maybe 2013 or 2014 it would have been. And he was like, yeah, I've got this idea, like I want to do a podcast like from my car.
Yeah.
Basically describe car bants to me. And I was like, oh, we've already done it. He was like, what do you mean? I was less arsey.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, we actually do that. We call it car bants. I think we had about 2,000 subscribers, and he was impressed. I don't think it ever... Did he buy
the GoPro or
He
not?
bought a GoPro, yeah, but it wasn't James Corden, so I don't know if... Maybe it was Jay Fence. Remember Jay Fence?
Yeah.
What's he doing now?
I don't know. Didn't you say you've searched for it and you literally can't find that footage anywhere?
For the listeners who don't know, when we were in Las Vegas, was it?
I think it was Vegas, yeah.
First time?
Yeah.
God, that was magic, eh?
Yeah.
God, get me back there. Not long, mate. It won't be long.
But, I got another email from Virgin Atlantic today saying, please come back.
We'd love to.
Yeah.
We'd love to. But... yeah, so when we got an Uber into Vegas, the guy was like making a video series called it wasn't Uber, it was Lyft.
Yeah, it was Lyft,
Uber service thing, and he called it Uplifting with Jay Fence. He was Jay Fence, and he recorded an episode with us. I think that was his pilot. But it's not anywhere on the internet, and I can't find him.
He could have took over the world, but nope.
Car bants could have had a US kind of what do they call it when they syndication? Could have had a syndicated, you know, like when The Office
Oh,
it's
yeah.
There's there's like the Office
the US.
Indian variant and all this stuff. It's just an office where they distance.
Yeah.
That's called syndication. So Carbants, hopefully it's back by now. If it's not, then nag us in the comments, because that'll drive our engagement and it'll motivate us to
and
do
if
that.
And if you want Carbants back, leave us a comment on all platforms. Make sure it's on Twitter. Make sure it's on Facebook Marketplace.
I'm going to do a tweet now, actually,
What?
about Carbants and see what people say. Let me do that while you keep talking.
And you know what? You know who's definitely up for it as well? Because like even if I can't drive, maybe I'm not around for it. You know, he'll definitely be up for it. Cleesby, he'll have it in his car, no problem. He's always.
I'm not cramming into that fucking death trap, mate. It's weird how many people have that car. What we know?
Is it an Igo?
Yeah, it's an Igo, but it's also the same as like the so that's a Toyota.
Yeah.
But there's a Citroen version and a Peugeot version as well.
Yeah,
it's the exact same car.
Yeah. The Citroen C1, is it?
I think it might be a C1, and the Peugeot's like a
something 06.
I don't think it is something. It's a small shitty Peugeot. They're shit, basically.
Yeah, they're absolute trash.
I remember Chucky was driving us to the station, which is mad because he lives near the station, so I don't know why he was driving us. But I had a brand new North Face on, quite an expensive one, and I was crammed in the back of his car. And for some reason, I played as much part in this as him, but we decided to get KFC. So I was crammed in the back of this car, like with this coat on, where I didn't want to even like touch the coat with my skin, never mind with anything else. And I was scranning this fucking boneless banquet box. You'd never seen a man more on edge. It was one of the worst KFCs I've ever had. I think it was that same one that I wore to download, like the same colour as yours.
Yeah. You know that one? The yellow one. Yeah. The
it's nice,
RTG one.
The RTG. And then I got fucked at download anyway.
Yeah. Very nice.
I've quickly realised that there's no point in really looking after things incredible. Like,
no.
I used to be like super protective of stuff, but then it's like,
life's too short.
What's the point?
Yeah.
It's the same with like, I've had the same thought with like souvenirs. Like I used to keep like, I still do keep ticket stubs just in a box, but like I used to get, like when we went around Europe just now, before I'd have kept like the entry to the museum, literally all the
everything, receipts for everything. Like, the food, yeah.
But then it's like, well,
why just too much?
Why do I need these souvenirs? Because I've got like a fucking hour and a half long video as a souvenir.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a great shared album that you just added 90 photos to. I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I did. There's a great video in there of when I'm like, it's in Brussels. I'm sure it'll be on like I'm sure you'll bang it on the end credits or something.
That's why I wanted them in there, because I'm going to put like all the safe for work ones on the credits.
The only idiot thing is I recorded it in a portrait.
Pulp Vision.
Yeah, in the old portrait mode, but it works better that way. That was my.
Well, I look forward to seeing it.
Yeah, it's excellent.
I can work with Paul Vision. I've done it before. Speaking of Paul Vision, we're going to get Paulton on the podcast soon.
Oh, excellent!
Maybe that.
Can he afford to come here?
What? Because of Alt Meals? I said this to him, mate. So Chris Paulton, all he does, and I'm a man who lives exclusively on fucking Deliveroo.
Yeah.
But even I'm thinking, Chris, they're paying you too much, whatever you're doing. Because he's fucking every night he's eating out.
Or he's going in on credit cards, and I can tell you, it's a bad move. That
I know.
Stop trying to show off. You know,
Chris. She knows you're not a baller, mate.
Yeah.
Look at your whip; it's cold as fuck.
She saw you working through the pandemic and not being what's the word?
Furloughed.
Oh, fuck me! Remember that word?
Oh man, yeah, I do. Never again. Never again. Have to think of that word. But yeah, we got. I think Mary's coming on this weekend to do one, so that'll probably be the episode after this. And then we've got. I've arranged with Ben to do one.
Yeah.
I'd like to get Ash on.
Yeah. What's Ben coming on for?
Well, Ben just doesn't really have much of an origin story. It's like, know when they did Avengers?
Talk Windows.
You know
what was the best Windows version?
Hey, we can talk about that today, mate, if you want.
What's the best firewall? Big up AVG antivirus, the real MVP.
You know, Avengers came out, and then they did all the fucking Ant-Man. I know he's not one of the Avengers, so bad example, but they did like all the origin stories.
They do Deckman as well.
Yeah. Shut up. Deckman would be better. He's funnier. But yeah, I just thought it'd be good to just sit and chat with Ben. You know, we met now 13 years ago. We've surely got enough stories to tell. We were initially going to do one about being vegan, but then I thought, well, there's not really much I can add to that conversation.
Yeah.
And it can kind of cross the lines into being a bit insufferable.
I learned a new word the other day, flexitarian. which is
that just someone
who's balling like fuck? No, it's
what's this here? What's this ice?
I just want to go flex. No, it's somebody who like is not cutting out like meat and dairy altogether, but is like actively aware of like the fact I should eat less, maybe like once or twice.
What a load of shite.
I can get behind.
I mean,
the thought process.
I eat vegan a lot for one reason. It's nice.
Yeah.
Bundabust, love it. Donna Summer, love it. There's loads of other places.
Yeah.
But you could put meat in that and I'd feel exactly the same. Like, I don't...
Where are your morals?
I'm a firm believer of, like, do what you want. Like, if you want to be a vegan or vegetarian, that's great.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I know this is such a fucking expected thing to say, but me changing my diet is going to make so little difference to the grand scheme. And I know if everyone says that, but it's just true. It's like the carbon footprint thing, right? So, you know the fact, I can't remember what it was, but it was something like, if you go carbon neutral for if as an individual, you go carbon neutral for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Within 1 second, major gas companies have already used that amount have already like done that carbon footprint that you use in your whole life.
Yeah.
So if I want to have 3 baths a day, I'm sorry, but I pay for my water. I pay expensive
well, you know what?
bills.
I'm with Scottish Power, and all of their lecky is renewable.
I'm with Scottish Power as well.
Yeah, there you are. Then you don't.
But my water's not electric.
Is it gas? You got gas here?
I don't know. In
a flat? Surely no. That's a lecky boiler. Surely.
Yeah, it probably is actually.
Yeah, so you don't have to feel bad.
I don't feel bad anyway. That's
just
the thing.
about the water usage.
And I don't feel bad about eating meat. And I know you're not asking me to. No one's asking me to. No. And I love all these. I love that there's loads of vegan options. And it's now.
I also love the fact that there's now a double Big Mac.
Yeah, that was good. So I got a McPlant the other day.
Oh yeah, how's that?
It was fine, yeah. And I got a triple cheeseburger to go with it. So I was like, I don't want them thinking I'm like weird at the Mackies. No, but I love the triple cheeseburger, man. There's something about the triple that just the double doesn't have.
Do you ever go twos up on a gangbang? So with a triple cheeseburger, but put 2.
No, do you know what, mate? I had a McGangbang for months, for probably a year.
We should go get one after this.
Yeah, let's do it because I'm starving. I haven't had a proper meal today. I just been eating Pringles.
What's Bryder saying?
Oh, he's impossible to get at the minute, mate. He's very busy. He's just finished climbing with Dan, so it's unlikely that he'd come. But
yeah, but I bet he's had his tea and he's up for his second tea soon.
Extend the invite, mate. I'd love to.
I will do.
Back onto veganism and stuff because I don't want it to get twisted. Like, I think if you can do it, that's great. I certainly don't have the willpower, or I just can't be asked, to be honest. But it is good because I knew vegetarians and vegans like maybe 10, 11 years ago when I was at uni. Yeah. And it was always a real fucking pain because that would really, if you wanted to go out as a group, it would really impair the group. Yeah. Whereas now, I'm sure it's not perfect, but like half the people I know
I always
are
used
vegan
to
now.
Make fun of my mate Woody at uni. And so this was like back in 2010. And I was like, why are you a veggie? It was like, I tried being vegan, but I just love cheese. I was like, yeah, fairs. But it's like you've like back then it wasn't such a thing. It was really hard to be a veggie, but you could probably be a veggie quite easily.
I think I could. You know, I could go to a Porto for.
I mean,
but it's like also the convenience as well.
You're accidentally vegan now a lot of the time.
Yeah, I reckon through truly no effort. I want to make it really clear. I've put no effort into this, but I'm probably like 30% vegan now.
Yeah. Just through convenience.
Yeah, that's it.
It's like whatever is convenient. It's a bit like the right thing to do for me was not to get a diesel engine van. It should have been.
But you did, didn't you?
Yeah, I absolutely did because it was the most convenient thing. Mm-hmm. The ideal thing would have been to like look at a used electric vehicle and go green.
It sure would.
But it's just too complex.
That's the thing. Convenience is king.
Yep, and you know what? That does everything that I want. If there's if there's a used electric vehicle around that same price, I would absolutely do it. That offers me all the same features. I would do it in a heartbeat.
But there's just not.
Yeah.
I am a real sucker for convenience. I pay for convenience. Convenience is king.
Yeah.
Time is so precious that anything that isn't incredibly optimized, if I have to fuck around, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah. You're really impatient as of the past like year or so, though.
I'm incredibly impatient. Yeah, I think the lockdown I've always been impatient. I think the lockdown's made me worse. Like, everything I do is really kind of analyzed and it's run through an algorithm. So like when I'm like walking into town and if I'm walking into town, I'll know exactly where to get my coffee, exactly what time to put my mask on. Like everything that I do is part of like a workflow.
Yeah.
I had a really good example, like the co-op. I go down to the co-op, a successful co-op transaction. I don't stop moving. I walk down, I authenticate my Apple Pay before I fucking go in.
Yeah.
I scan something with one hand, I transact with the other, and I'm walking out by the time I hear payment confirmed. And if I'm lucky, payment declined.
going to it's like a thing that Ricky says, like you want to leave the restaurant still chewing.
We did that recently, didn't we?
Nando's. It was a Nando's.
Was that in Cambridge? Oxford?
It was like, wasn't it like in Kent or something?
Windsor it was. We were in Windsor.
Windsor, yeah. I literally went into it was after the Europe trip, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Went into the Nando's, ordered the same thing that we get every single time. It came in the quickest I've ever had it. Paid using one of my red rewards, so it was extra cheap.
I used a reward as well.
Yeah, because I was fucking.
What we needed after that holiday.
Literally scanned it as quick as I could, and left the restaurant still chewing.
Yep, perfect. It's why I really can't be fucked with table service where you pay at the end. Yeah. They just keep you waiting for so long, man. And I know that, like, I'm not saying like if you're really busy, but there's a pizza place that I love that's just opened in Leeds. It's called Pizza Punks, and I've been so many times.
Pizza version 2.
2.0. And I've been so many times now that the girl there literally recognises me coming in and knows what table I sit at. And
she's like Massimo Snowtube.
Big nose. She's great. But it's like many places. This is just a recent example, but it's a place where you eat and then you got to just wait for the bill or ask, but it's hard to ask. So what I do now, what I've started doing is wherever I eat and it operates like that, as soon as they bring the food, I ask for the bill. So they bring the food. I don't wait for them to come and ask me how the food is, and I certainly don't wait till I finish the food. I say, can I have the bill now? And then you pay just while you're eating, and then it's so nice just being able to fuck off when you're done.
It's like just eating. Like, it's nice sometimes, especially if like you're with to be fair, if you're with a lot of people, then you've got enough fucking about. But like if you're genuinely eating to catch up, fair play. But if you're just like, if it's just a necessity to eat, then I just want to I want to have some nice food and get the fuck out of there. I'm talking about maybe on a lunch break or something where you've got a limited time. Yeah. I went to Moose Coffee the other day. Ooh. Have you been there? Yeah.
We went before
Euro
final.
Yeah.
So I've been there a few times since then because it's nice.
You fucking made of money?
No, absolutely not. But I've been maybe 4 times since then.
Yeah.
And there was a day, I'm trying to get more comfortable in my own, not in my own skin, but in my own company. That's what I mean, in my own company. I'm really not very good when I'm on my own because I just get bored if I've not got a job to do.
Yeah.
There's only so much guitar I can play. Yeah. I've already completed guitar, I'm so good now that like, what more can I do? They say, Rob, you should give lessons. I'm like, I'm not interested in it. So anyway, I was like, do you know what? It's a Sunday. I've got nothing to do. I'm going to slow it down today and I'm just going to enjoy myself. Not myself, not like that. I probably did that in the morning. But I was like, I'm just going to enjoy, like, I'm going to switch my head off.
Your own company.
Just enjoy my own
exist
company.
For today.
I don't have to do any tidying. I've done that all on Saturday. I don't have any editing to do. I don't have any new guitar songs to learn. I don't have any fucking GTA to play, whatever. No. So I was like,
life,
right, I'm gonna wait. Yeah, fuck. But I was like, I'm gonna wake up late. So I probably got up about 11.
Yeah.
Wandered into town, leisurely, very unlike me. And I'm still thinking, this is weird. And I sit down, I order my fucking pancakes and bacon and latte, and I think I got a juice. I spent like 20 quid. I really trying to treat myself.
Yeah.
And I ate it in about 20 minutes. And 40 minutes later was when I finally thought, I'm not waiting any longer for this fucking bill to come. And I stood up and went inside and paid. And it just ruined that fucking experience for me in terms of, like I was really trying, and I was sat there thinking, oh, it's fine, I got nothing on. As this time's ticking away and I've scrolled on fucking out, I'm like, fuck me, hurry up. Just hurry up, man. I'm sat here with
Is there like a global, like, recognised thing of, like, I'm ready for the bill? Like, I'm at the table and I'm done with my food, obviously. Like, that, surely that is enough that, like,
you would think so. You put your knife and fork in the middle of the plate. And I'm not talking about like in a really, I know there'll be a lot of people in hospitality listening to this. I'm not talking about when you're really busy. I'm just talking about when the amount of staff matches the amount of customers, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, top tip, ask for your bill when your food arrives. It's pretty good.
Yeah. I think more places should be like that fast casual style of restaurant.
I love
like I trust that your food is going to be good. And I trust in myself that if it's shit and I paid for it, you'll make me another one because that...
or I'll never come back or whatever, or I'll do a Google review.
Yeah.
Nando's is perfect now. Nando's wasn't before because you had to queue up at the till. But the pandemic and the QR code thing that it's brought in is excellent. You go in, you sit down, you don't need to speak to anyone. Don't ask me if I've been to Nando's before. I'm 29. Of course I've been to fucking Nando's.
Have you been to Nando's before?
I've got 20 stolen chicken table markers from when I was at Unilove when you were in nappies, all right? I've been to Nando's before.
It's just 10-year-old working at Nando's. Fuck me.
I don't know how old she is, mate.
Brexit's hard, isn't it?
So, but yeah, like, it's great. You can go in, the staff are always great in Nando's generally. They'll, you know, be nice when they seat you and stuff. And then I can just sit and chill and talk to my friend. Order on the app. When someone brings the food, if you're not allowed to stand up in some of the Nando's, they'll bring you the sauce over.
Yeah.
And then you've paid already on the QR code.
Yeah. It's really lean, isn't it? Your sushi do it best, you know.
Oh, well, go on and I'll tell you an experience I just had in a Bond Street in London.
So your sushi have the conveyor belts where before you'd order the hot food like with a person. Now it's you order it on mobile. You literally pay for it there and then. And rather than somebody just fucking bringing it to you, it literally just stops in front of your table. That is good. It's brilliant. And honestly, that whole thing about like paying for things just with your phone and while you're in, one of the best things to come out of the pandemic, and that will not go away now. Hopefully,
forcing archaic mindsets in business to change,
is
what it's done.
Yeah.
And I love it. I gave a fucking monk in London a few quid the other day.
Yeah,
because I had a chat with him when we were talking about playing the bass. He stopped me in Camden.
Brilliant.
And he was like, you know, charity monk kind of guy.
Yeah.
And we were talking about the bass. I enjoyed the conversation. And he was like, oh, have you got like a couple of quid to support? And I did my usual, like, I literally only have card.
Yeah.
He whips a fucking card reader out of his pocket. I was like, do you know what, mate? Just to kind of, I didn't say this to him, but I thought to reward his organisation for being switched on and being modern.
Yeah.
Have a few quid there, mate. No problem.
Yeah.
So I went to Yo Sushi recently with Jake in London when we were watching Broco.
That same one?
No, not that same one. Not the one in Selfridges. It was the one on Bond Street. And this is kind of where I know I've just been a massive advocate for modernising the system, but this is where you kind of need a backup because they must have been short-staffed.
Yeah.
There was one woman working, but there was no data in this thing. So I couldn't get any data. And the Wi-Fi was equally as shit.
Right.
So it took like fucking 15, 20 minutes to just load up the portal.
Oh, that Nando's in the other Nando's that we went to was also like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, the one in London.
Yeah. And it had shit signal.
Yeah, it did. It was fucking underground, that's why.
She wandered away, literally, she seated us and said, good luck.
They were desperate to not serve us. We went to this Nando's in London. Before we went
Nando's talk, right?
It was before we went to Europe, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was literally before.
And we go in.
Was it by the Supreme store in that?
Yeah, it was in Soho.
Yeah,
it's the one where you go downstairs. We've been a few times, I think.
Yeah.
But we went in, like we were at a bar, had a couple of pints in that bar that plays exclusively vinyl.
Worst pint of my life.
It was awful, that Budweiser. We took it. I've never done this before, but I took a pint of Budweiser back to the bar, and the guy was like, "Yeah, that is weird," and he swapped it for something else.
Yeah.
He was like, "Don't worry about paying the difference." I was like, Yeah, I wasn't fucking worried, mate. You fucking served me some fucking drain cleaner
I've got
there.
real problems, mate. Don't you worry about what I'm worried about.
So we go to Nando's, and like she says to us at the desk at the front, she goes like, it's gonna be like 30 minutes, and in a negative way, like in a way where she wants you to go. I'll leave it then. It was like shaking the head, like normally, like it's gonna be about 30 minutes, guys. Is that all right? But this was, it's gonna be 30 minutes. Or maybe up to 30 minutes. So we were like, cool, no worries. Like, we've wanted a Nando's all day. Yeah. Went back for another pint.
We have nothing on at all.
We got fuck all to do. So then we go back 30 minutes later and she's like, oh, so they're just really underselling. Like, they must have been fucked that day. Like, no staffing. And they were like, oh, so, it's maybe up to an hour wait or something for the food. And we were like, well, we've waited half an hour. That's fine. And then, like you said, like she says, good luck when we're ordering. And do you know what? It wasn't bad at all.
It was fine. Yeah.
And maybe that's good. Maybe if it's about expectations again.
Yeah. I thought it'd be shit. It was actually all right.
Yeah, by setting an expectation that it's going to be terrible and delivering an average service, it was actually really good.
Yeah.
If you tell us you're going to play that album in full, Biffy Clyro, then I can manage my expectations and not be disappointed.
But if I've bought tickets to a show that was announced on the album previous, I'm going to expect that tour, not the new album in full.
Oh, I've said, me and Jake did a podcast about this other day. So what dwell on it too
And
much.
we also spoke about it in like the first one.
Did we? Okay. Well, it's really not living that rent-free in my head. These are all recorded within a week of each other.
Yeah.
But in the edit for the vlog that just went out, I cut out a lot. We moaned a lot more than
You're joking.
Yeah.
Why can't you do that in the Leeds Fest videos where we're just moaning about security and planning and shit like that?
Because they need to see that.
All right, fair play.
Speaking of something you didn't just say, so I've been kind of talking in the background about going to America for my birthday.
Oh yeah.
But I think it's pretty self-indulgent. But it is my birthday.
Yeah. I mean, you can go, but it's the thing. Will anyone else go?
That's the thing. Like, I would want as many people there as possible.
Yeah.
Maybe switch it to that Bring Me the Horizon thing. In Malta. Because what I care about is not necessarily what we're doing, but that we're somewhere and I've got all my mates with me. And there is no way that
you're going to get everyone.
I'm going to get
LA.
Ben Phillips or fucking...
You're not going to get him to Malta.
Well, do you know what? It's like when people have a wedding and they have a wedding in... My mate's having a wedding in Vegas. That's so sick.
Yeah.
I'd be there in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
But it's a tall order for people.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
flights are at least a few hundred quid. Your stay is going to be like a fair few hundred as well.
Another thing is, I think we could probably get accredited for that as well.
Probably.
So leave that with me, and that might be what we do.
Can they help us with flights? Can it be free?
Unlikely.
Shit.
But it is a 30th.
Yeah.
And then we come straight back to Slam Dunk. And I don't really care about Bring the Horizon. They're very good, but it's Bring the Horizon and friends, and it's probably a cool scene to be around. And we could make a good vlog.
I don't know,
because what else? What do you want to do for your 30th?
I don't know.
It's in like 5 months.
I literally don't fucking know.
We need to get you a present, and I don't know what we're gonna get you.
And I have a strong suspicion that it's just gonna be whatever the fuck I'm doing that day.
Well, let's make sure we're doing something good that day.
Yeah.
30th, we need to go all out. If we need to dip into the old reserve funds, we'll do it. Whatever it takes, but we need to have it's Cleeseby's 30th in less than a month.
Oh shit, yeah. What's he doing for it?
Well, it's typical Cleesby, innit?
Sweet.
He'll keep himself to himself, and then he'll pop up one day and say, "Oh, it was my 30th yesterday."
Yeah, true.
It's fucking, he did that when he learnt to drive. I mean, I appreciate not everyone is super out there with everything.
Yeah.
I think I'm the polar opposite to Cleesby in that regard.
Yeah.
Like, when I was learning to drive, people fucking knew about every driving lesson I had. Cleesby all of a sudden just shows up one day in a car. Like, yeah, I learned to drive. Yeah. Which is cool. There's a surprise element to it, which is good, which you've done a few times. But I think that's really I think Cleesby just genuinely likes to keep himself to himself, whereas I think you were deliberately trying to create a enjoying experience for us. Like with the van, like that was great.
The van was well thought out, and the flat required.
The flat was class.
The flat required some planning, so much so that I had to hide. Fuck me.
This sounds creepier than it is.
Yeah. So I share. We share our location with each other as friends.
Yeah, we have fine friends, and it's fucking very useful.
Which you should do if you're a tight knit friend group who have literally no secrets from each other. Like, why wouldn't you just share your location? Because what the fuck are you doing? What for the one thing that you might want to hide a year, even if that, it's worth it for all the useful times where you're like,
it really is. Convenience is
where's
great.
Rob? Oh, he's at home. He must be working from home today.
Oh, he's sat in Moose Coffee
on his own. He's been there a while, actually. Fucking up.
I think there's a delay in this.
Just fucking turn it on for your friends. It's fucking.
It's so good.
It's so good.
You can set up a little notification
when I leave, because guess what? I'm not gonna fucking tell you when I leave. I'm just gonna leave.
As in when he leaves, if he's coming here,
yeah.
Like I can just get a notey and it says Raz he's left his house, so then I know right he's gonna be about 7 to 12 minutes.
Yeah. What the fuck was I on about?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, that was it. When I bought my house, my flat, and I was driving about, and I was wanting to go home, and you guys still thought I lived at my mum's.
Yep.
So I couldn't go to my mum's because I was. What would I say? I'd be I am home.
There was some reason why, like, we had two cars. Me and Bridie and Dan were in one, and you must have got into yours. And for some reason, we were following you. Yeah. Probably because we thought you were up to some shady shit, and we just wanted to
yeah.
You know, just have a laugh.
I mean, I might have been up to some shady shit.
I think you were around those times.
Nevertheless, I was like, if anyone's familiar with Leeds, I spotted them because I saw their location and I saw them in the vehicle. If you know White Rose and you know where the business park, I saw was it the Focus at the time? I think it
would have been, the Ford Focus.
Yeah, I saw the Focus and I literally had to. I think I had to go to my mum's and just park up at my mum's.
Just visit your mum.
She was there like, what are you doing here? I was like, I just come to see your mum.
I don't need any help with iPad, mum.
Yeah. Oh, but now that you do ask, I've got a list for you. Brilliant.
Right, can you help us set the printer up?
Yeah, fuck me. I had to go to my mum's literally yesterday to do two things. Print a boarding passes. Oh no, it was
God, she goes on holiday all the fucking time.
No, it's not. It's Jeff. He's going on his own.
Going on his own.
Yeah, with his mate.
That doesn't sound like on his own then. If he's going with his mate,
as in not with my mum. He was like my mum's like, can you print off the boarding passes, or can you do the Spanish health form? And fuck the Spanish health form, man.
These people are adults.
Yeah.
I know, I get it, like doing a favour, but like, what if you want there to do that?
Yeah, I know.
But fuck the Spanish health form.
It's really bad, isn't it? Like,
we've done it, haven't we? The what's it called, passenger locator form?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking annoying. But when Chucky got checked and he was convinced it was because he's black. Remember, he was really upset. So when we were coming,
was it Spain?
Yeah, it was when we flew in to Spain.
Yeah,
and then we all walked to Madrid. Madrid? We all walked through the airport, and then Chucky got stopped.
Oh no, that was for temperature checking, wasn't it?
Yeah, so it was random temperature checking.
Yeah,
so he just checked Chucky's temperature. Chucky was not fucking happy.
He's shocking.
God,
that was weird. That was weird. That I hope it's so annoying. Like the Spanish health form, the passenger locator form, because. And it's the thing like I do for work, which is like, if you're going to flash up a load of screens at people, I'm just going to fill it with bullshit data just to get through it.
Absolutely.
And it's a thing of just...
a@b.com is my email.
Yeah. It's the same thing of like when I join a Wi-Fi network in a public...
Cafe Nero.
Yeah, or a Starbucks or whatever. So, you know what? So many times my email has been xxx@xxx.com.
Now you can do .xxx. That's a proper domain.
Yep. True, actually. So that's why they accept it, surely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm a manager of a porn site. There you are. How do they know?
It is so fucking annoying, that form. When we came back from Europe, we had to do passenger locator form. We didn't actually know that we were going to have to do it because we're blissfully ignorant as always.
Yeah, that was annoying.
And it got filled with so much bullshit from me, man.
Yeah.
I was just like, what's the quickest way through this form?
Yeah.
What's the cheapest COVID test I can buy?
Literally in that queue, going up to the very nice lady. Like what? So what do we have to do? What is the minimum thing I have to do to get a thumbs up from you and go
to England.
to get a little green sticker?
That's all it was, wasn't it?
Literally.
Sticker. 20 minutes of fucking direct.gov website shit for
and
a
my
green sticker.
Battery's there on like 2% because it's fucked as well. So I'm there like nervous. Like,
Yeah. God, yeah, it was annoying.
God,
it was annoying.
What
was annoying
man.
about that is, so you have to buy a COVID test to get back into England. So you have to buy a lateral flow. So we all bought one and it was like 24 quid. And you get a reference number for your purchase.
Yeah.
And you need to put that reference number in
on your locator form.
On the passenger locator form online. So you'd think, well, I definitely have to buy this COVID test because that's going to generate me the reference. Then I can complete the passenger locator form.
Yeah, and the last thing you want is for them to actually check it, and then you found out you're a big fat fucking liar.
Exactly. So I bought the thing, got my reference number. Reference number wasn't working, weren't it, Razwan? We're putting them into form. It's not working. We asked the security at the Channel Tunnel. They go, oh yeah, just put A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
1, 2, 3,
4, 5. It's like, well, I'd have saved my fucking 24 quid.
Yeah. What's the, like, you know when you try and do the right thing, and it's like... you
just learn a lesson, don't you?
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Big L.
Big L. Is there a rapper called Big L?
I hope not.
I think there was. I think he's dead now.
Oh.
Let me have a look. Big L. Just bear with me, listeners, while I just Google that. Is it Big Pun I'm thinking of?
Yeah, probably.
No, there is a Big L, I'm sure. Big L, American rapper.
What did Big Pun do?
He's dead. Big Pun was like mates with Fat Joe. But like he made Fat Joe look like regular Joe.
Big Pun, Fat Joe, twins.
I don't know much about Big L, aside from the fact he died.
I don't know much about Big Pun.
Well, we seem to have hit a wall in the conversation, don't we?
Fuck me.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what's fucking annoying.
Dan.
I mean, Dan is annoying in his own way, but he's been all right lately. He's been behaving himself.
Right.
Grand Theft Auto Definitive Edition.
Oh, yeah.
The mere...
So how much was it, first of all?
55. This is such old news by the time this comes out.
Yeah.
And all the issues are probably fixed. So I came back from Europe. No, I came back from Biffy Tour with about 150 quid. And 55 of them quids went on Grand Theft Auto, the trilogy, the Definitive Edition.
It's a lot of money, that.
GTA 3 was a bit glitchy, but my fucking Vice City, I got all the way to the end of the fucking game, like literally 2 missions prior, and it just crashed and just wouldn't work again. Brilliant. So I lost all that. But something that I'd not really thought about is, how can they use, and this isn't a hot take, it's a very common take, but how can you call anything definitive when it's literally missing stuff? So like definitive to me...
All right, hold on.
Would be adding more or making it like. Do you know what the definitive edition of Grand Theft Auto Vice City is? The blue box PS2 release from 2002. That is the definitive version. Yeah. The definitive GTA 3 is the 2001 white cover release with before it had the fucking the modern day layout on the box.
Not able to be changed or improved is. The definition of definitive.
It's just the wrong word. Just the wrong word. Just change the word. If they'd have called it like the...
Not able to be changed or improved. Yep, this is the definitive edition that we could possibly put out. We literally can't change it or improve it. We're fucked it, is what...
The cheek of the... So the developer is a company called Grove Street Games, which is a dog shit name if you're working on a GTA title.
Yeah,
because it just either makes you seem like you're up fucking Grand Theft Auto's ass.
Yeah.
Or you're just Rockstar, like with a fake mustache on, trying to... But the head of the studio tweeted like, oh, I'm loving all this criticism. No, he was like, oh, I'm loving all this criticism our studio's getting. It's really entertaining. I'm going to go celebrate the launch. And it's like, mate, you got £55 worth of my fucking money.
Yeah.
Cheeky cunt.
Here's some news just in.
All right.
Bridie says, no, mate, I'm on a diet.
Yeah, that's why he's being really boring.
Happy to join for the social side, is what I said.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Tell him to swing round.
We got a plan.
All right. God, it's been ages since I've had a plan.
Yeah.
Kind of.
What, after a week or two of non-stop?
Literally almost 3 weeks of non-stop.
I can't deal with that, you know.
Oh, I love it.
I love being busy, but I need like a day.
Well, I did have a day.
A day just by myself sometimes.
I don't. Yeah, make no mistake. Like on the end of the Europe trip, you can see on the video like
everyone's like,
yeah, we didn't have a day off from each other at all.
Yeah,
and with all the love in the world that we have for each other, it's normal to need a day off.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then I did have a few days. I think I had like 3 days off, and then it was on the Biffy tour. And it's interesting with Jake. It's a different dynamic. But
because it's nice.
Like in the nicest possible way.
You're not at each other's throats.
Everyone,
non-stop.
like you're all my best mates. But yeah, like I could probably spend twice as long with Jake without needing a break, which is good and bad. Yeah. Because, but it's nice to have both options. If I want a nice kind of relaxing, really kind of, I think it's a truly relaxing experience, I can. Let's get Jake involved.
Yeah.
Me, you, and Jake will be the same, I'm sure. Once Jake's in there, it's all nice. But when it's us, it's like dynamic. Just firepower against each other.
It's such an interesting dynamic when there's 3. Like if there's me, Dan, and Bridie, and we go climbing, there is no disses at all.
Absolutely.
It's nice. Similarly, if it's me, you, you and Dan, it's all fairs.
But you know why? It's because the number. It's because with 3.
Yeah.
It's always going to be 2 against 1.
Yeah.
Which feels like bullying. Whereas with 4, if it's 3 against 1, you kind of convince yourself, well, I can't be wrong because other 2 feel the same as well. And then if it's a 1-on-1,
maybe he's a nonce.
Yeah, maybe. Do you know what? Maybe he's a fucking idiot.
Maybe the jacket did smell.
Oh, that's
He was
funny.
a bit smoky, man.
There was no smoke on my jacket at all. But I wouldn't change any of it. But so I think if we'd have done, and I'd love to do a month holiday together, me, you, Bridie, and Dan.
Yeah.
But it didn't feel as intensive as you might think doing the 10 days with us and then a week with Jake.
I wonder if it would be more intense with like an additional person. Like if
I
was
don't
5
think it would.
of
I
us,
think that'd work well. I think, particularly with Jake, like I think
he'd be like a diffuser, but not in the sense that he's like actively diffusing a situation. It'd just be like such the.
Do you know what? He'd be glued to his phone.
Yeah, true. Actually,
fuck you, Jake.
Yeah. Never seen a man on Instagram so much in my life. That man revolves around two. I'd love to see his screen time. Instagram and TikTok are right up there.
TikTok, it's mad. And he doesn't use his headphones.
Yeah, blasting it out.
He'll just be sat on the train. He'll just be watching shit. There was a day.
TikTok's really bad for that.
And I'm sorry, Jake. I should have dissed you for this in person. I don't want you to think I'm going behind your back. Hopefully you'll listen to this. But there was a day, and like I was like just waking up, and he was awake already. And he was just watching TikToks on like mad, decent volume.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fucking shut up, man. I'm like, I've got my head under the covers here. Like, I'm trying to still get like another 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, I thought we got through this like with chavs on the back of the bus playing like bassline music. Like we all knew.
Jake is the modern day equivalent of that.
Yeah. Small ways with a pretty just to hear that over and over again for his phone.
Fuck me.
You know what I'm on about, don't you?
Yeah, of course I do.
Yeah.
I remember those days when. I was talking about phones today, not in the way you'd expect, but in
phones.
I was talking about when I had a Sony Ericsson and it had Blink-182's "I Miss You" on it, and it was like the only song it had on it.
Yeah,
and I just listened to it a million fucking times.
Remember when phones like just music players? Like, do you ever think like maybe I should get a dumb phone?
No, because I'm not. What would that do for me? Because like
just allows you to disconnect.
But
it's like the thing of like if anyone truly needs me, they'll get to me.
For me, that's like a nicotine patch, and I think if you're trying to better yourself in any way, that's good. But if you use a nicotine patch, then you're already just telling yourself you've lost. Like if you, what I mean by
it's
that,
it's like vaping.
What I mean is, well, vaping at least there's kind of a nice flavour. What I mean is, like, if you want to detach from your phone, just detach from your phone. You shouldn't need like a switch to a dumb phone. Like, my phone's there, and I should be able to. I should have the willpower to say, I'm only going to use that phone if someone rings me.
Yeah.
And I think buying a product to kind of aid you in that is you're just admitting you've got no willpower, which is then going to just come back round and you're just going to start, smoking again.
True.
Both my parents stopped smoking just one day. Like, they found out I was being born. And they were like, just completely stopped smoking. So I've always kind of looked at that as an example.
You're like, fuck me, I've got like a $5 extra a day. Fuck me.
Oh, I couldn't afford smoking.
No,
it's mental, innit, how expensive cigarettes are. I bought Chucky a pack of fucking Marlboros because it had a couple of his cigs on a night out. And it was like 11, 12 quid. And people smoke multiple packs a day of cigarettes.
Yeah, it's mad.
Cigarettes are awful. God, cigarettes are fucking disgusting.
I'm also the right and the wrong person to have this conversation with, because I just
what is enticing about a fucking, and I've had cigarettes, so obviously something.
Yeah.
But what the fuck is nice about a cigarette? I know it's a meme, but people that have a cigarette early on a morning, particularly on a cold,
there is no benefit.
I'd rather have a fucking sambuca on a morning than a cigarette, mate.
Oh yeah, it's like because you forgot to brush your teeth, isn't it? So
not quite the same.
You're on your way on your way to work at, like, I don't know, back end of Leeds. Weatherspoons is on the way. I forgot to brush my teeth this morning. Sambuca down here.
What world is this where you're forgetting to brush your teeth?
Not the sambuca on the morning.
Oh God. Smoking is grim. Everything about it, the cost, the smell, the taste.
The worst thing
if you are a smoker, then you smell like smoke.
Yeah.
You taste like smoke in the mouth.
Yeah. But the worst thing in the world for me would be to come home and, like, somebody stayed over or whatever. And even my flat just having, like, the faintest smell of smoke, it would just ruin my entire year.
It's the same with weed for me. Like, I hate the smell.
I would.
Dan's really good at it. Like, he used to not be.
Yeah.
And I used to kind of really get really disgruntled about it. But I think once he knew that I was really disgruntled about it, it often smells quite nice when he comes home because he's got, like, incense.
Yeah, true.
But, like, people smoke in their cars. You see people driving along with window cracked half an inch.
Yeah.
2 of them in front smoking.
Yeah, I have the same stance as, like, smoking as I do on, like, and weed, actually. Smoking and, like, smoking weed and what have you. The same stance as, like, tuna. Like, you do what the fuck you want. Just don't do it around me because it's fucking horrible.
You do what you want, but I can't comprehend why you do it.
Yeah. Do what you want. You do you. Just please don't do it around me. It stinks, man.
In Germany, I had some tuna at home when I was like 5. It's like one of the only times I've ever had tuna. And it was like the first time. And I had a big mouthful of tuna. And my mum was like making it. So it wasn't like served to me. She was like making it. And she like gave me a spoonful as she was making it. And it was awful the second it got in my mouth.
I can't. Why?
So I just went and spat it out into my acorn drawer. Spat it out into the acorn drawer, which is another story. And
what?
It's just a drawer full of acorns.
For what reason?
When I was out, I'd pick up little acorns.
Right.
There was loads of them in Germany. And just smuggle them into this drawer. And I had a drawer full of acorns because I was a kid and I wanted that. But anyway, then there was a big bowl of half chewed up tuna in there. It was there for like fucking 6 months.
Your mum every morning like goes to get cutlery. Need a fork to eat my pot noodle with. Why is she eating pot noodles? Don't know.
Why is this in the cutlery drawer?
What? No, a fork for pot noodle. So she's going to get fork. God, a few acorns in there now.
No, that wasn't it. It was like it was like a drawer in like the utilities cupboard. It was not like a main kitchen drawer.
In my head, it's like, and you know what? In my head, it is what this is now. Your family just had a drawer in kitchen full of acorns.
Well, if it's in your head, it's true, isn't it?
Yeah, true. And just every day, one more acorn, and your mum's going,
oh, more than one a day, mate. My quota was a lot higher than that.
That's more than yesterday. Shuts it back up.
Pull it to the side.
Same every morning. Just there's 10 in there now. Anyway,
shut it back up. When I was living in Germany, I had a loft room. It was, from what I remember, it was an excellent room.
You've always been bougie.
That's me, mate. I had a penthouse. I literally was. We were on the top of a block of flats, and I had the top room.
Yeah.
And it was lovely. It was all like kind of exposed wood, but nice wood. Anyway, that's not why I'm saying this. So I was shoplifting.
Brilliant.
And I was shoplifting chewing gums from like the equivalent of Superdrug. And I'm a kid here. Like, you know, and it's a lesson I'm sure every kid learns. Mary nicked her pick a mix from Woolworths. My dad was fucking so angry with her. Anyway, so I'm nicking these chuddies. I don't really like chewing gum, so I'm like, I smuggle them into my...
Think about Woolworths. Think of all the Woolworths staff that lost their job.
So I'd like go to a fucking whatever, CNA or whatever with my mum, and I'd get the chewing gum and I'd smuggle it into my coat or my jacket, and then I'd take it home into my room, and like a chain smoker, I'd just whump it in, straight out, one other bit, right, and then I needed to get rid of the evidence.
Right.
Now, I mentioned I'm on the top floor, and it was a loft building, so it was like sloped roof, and it had like a window in the roof, and I'd open the window, and I'd throw like the chewing gum wrappers out, and then never think of it again. Anyway, a few weeks in, a few weeks into the old, the heist, if you will. If you want to go in on this, I'll give you 40% split on the extra spearmint. So a few weeks in, my mum, like, for whatever reason, needs to deal with my window in whatever way. She probably needs to close it. I left it open, or I need to draw a curtain or something. And she sees all on the fucking roof, just loads of chewing gum papers, chewing gum, like out of packaging, out of film. Yeah. It's very clear that someone's eating some chewing gum in there. So she fucking collars me and she's like, I can't remember specifically.
I know it's you, Rob. Oh, with your mates.
Anyway, my excuse to her was maybe...
She's got really bad breath on.
Well, no, I wanted to pretend that...
felt embarrassed.
I couldn't admit that I was having the chewing gum. My kind of excuse was...
What are you on about? They've just gone off acorns and the chewing.
Why is the Wrigley's packaging then? It was all the packaging and everything. I said... Maybe a really strong man threw them onto the roof. That was what I said to get away with it. But strength has naught to do with that. Because it's like a tiny wrapper. The winded block. You could be the world's strongest fucking man. And you're not going to be able to throw a wrapper onto the roof. Anyway, I had to go back to the Superdrug or whatever and apologise. And that was
who? The retail employee that's working there?
Yeah, it just went, been.
Oh, God.
Went in English. Now then, love, I've been nicking your chuddy. Now where's the fucking boxer shorts?
That's not good. 99 left full of them.
Did you ever, were you like ever naughty as a kid?
No, I don't know. I was incredibly shy, incredibly anxious, never said anything. Literally wouldn't eat, I used to go to my grandma's. My grandma, who is literally fucking family, she used to make like the fucking nicest Yorkshire puddings and gravy because I'm a northern boy and I love gravy. And it was like really, really fucking lovely. And she'd make it for my mum, but she knew I wanted it. But like I wouldn't dare eat in front of her because I don't see her.
Like you had some kind of fucking eating disorder.
Yeah, a little bit, but like just in front of my grandma because like I was really shy. And I just only eat it like when she left the room. So like that was me as a kid. Literally.
So you weren't nicking anything?
No.
I'll tell you what you were nicking. You were nicking a lot.
What?
MP3s, mate. You were on the... Razzie was the fucking MP3 man.
Yeah, man.
And he was a tight ass.
Big up Bear Share, man.
I wasn't allowed Bear Share, which was like LimeWire, which for the kids listening was a way that you would illegally get MP3s of songs back in the day.
Yeah, you would.
And I was like told by my
mum.
And other things.
Applications, videos, movies,
Family Guy,
etc.
Anyway, so my mum just said like you can't have that on the computer anymore, and I just for some reason I was just like, okay, I now can't.
She probably thought like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get a letter that's like caught
and for some reason I obeyed that, and I was like, cool. And then Razzie, obviously, like his mum was cool. She probably
literally ignorant. No fucking idea.
And Razzie had the Snoop Dogg Live MP3
at Live 8,
and just for no reason he just wouldn't send me it.
Yeah, I used to ask every single day.
Why would you not just send me that?
Maybe because bike was at the top of Cardinal Square.
This was before that. Oh no, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. No.
I'm sorry about that. You've had your revenge.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I can't remember what.
But you did download it again because I literally just said, just delete it from your shortcuts on your desktop. And from your start menu bar.
Oh, downloaded the application.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was... Yeah. I like to say they were good times. They were interesting times. Things are a lot better now. We've come full circle because now it's convenient that you pay for.
Yeah.
I never paid for fucking music for the first 10 years of using the internet.
Yeah.
Apple Music and Spotify, 10 quid a month.
Yeah.
No fucking
that
bother,
voice
mate.
plan's shit, innit?
What's that?
The Apple Music voice plan where you can only use Siri.
I don't even know what it is.
I think, right, hear me out on this, but I might be wrong. But I think it's where you can only use Siri to say, like, play me this
So
song.
it just plays the wrong song every time.
Yeah. Wrong version of Teddy Picker every fucking time.
Here's the Simon Neil unplugged during lockdown version of Folding Stars.
Yeah.
Why would I ever want that version?
Yeah, like I used to, like I've got a storage.
I mean, I've got it in my library, but it's a very specific time where I want to hear it.
I've got a NAS at home, what you call network accessible storage, which is like...
Is that? I thought it was network attached. The IT guy's falling down.
I don't deal in fucking infrastructure, mate. I work with other people.
Great.
But it's got like a load of movies on there. It's got Plex. And it's such a fucking inconvenience to download a movie these days. It is fucking hard work. You know what's fucking easy? Just pay £8 a month to Netflix and just watch whatever they've got on there.
Yep.
So easy. And here's a problem that I have recently. I'm sure it'll be out by the time this comes out. But you know the Beatles doc?
Yes. Can't wait to watch that.
I just fucking cancelled my Disney Plus membership.
Have mine, please. I've paid almost £200 for it, and I used it for 1 month.
You know what I'll do? I'll just pay for it.
Yeah, it's even easier, isn't it?
£6 for you not to have.
$6.99.
Yeah, well, whatever. Just to watch it, and then I'll cancel it. And
I'll tell you what would be.
They can have it.
I'll tell you what would be excellent. And I would sign up for in a heartbeat. Get all the porn networks together.
Brilliant.
And £10 a month.
Oh, it's like the gym pass that you can get to like any gym, and it's just like...
Yeah. It's like when you're a tourist and you buy like the fucking London pass and it gets you on everything. Give me one of them. I'd even go up to probably £15 a month. I mean, I'm great at watching porn. I can... You send me a fucking 100 by 100 thumbnail from a porn, I'll find a full HD rip away that's from. I'm very efficient at sourcing pornography.
That's such like a niche skill.
It really is. Kieran O'Hare once said to me, because I was showing off to him like 7 or 8 years ago. I was like, I'm the best at wanking. Like I've got like I'm so good at sourcing porn. Like if you've got any porn that you need sourcing, like send me.
If you've got
send me the GIF that you've got, or send me the very strange. And I'll like find you the source, no problem. So he sent me like this GIF for like this lass. Just like kind of short hair, like built a bit like me kind of lass.
Oh, sexy.
And anyway, I found the source in like
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
And it was a guy. Not a transsexual, but
transgender.
Not transgender, sorry. But literally just a guy being a guy. Brilliant. And I had to tell O'Hare, I couldn't find the source for that one, bro. Couldn't find it. He might still be wanking to that GIF now.
Whatever does it for you, mate.
Yeah, no wrong with it. It's just I didn't want to bear the bad news to him. Anyway, Brazzers I mean, I don't really like Brazzers, but a lot of the other networks are a bit more interesting, a bit more edgy. Feel free to collaborate with Porn Plus, and I'll be one of your first subscribers for research purposes only.
Brilliant.
And that brings us up to the hour. What a great conversation. Once again, we literally started recording with no agenda. I think that works well for us.
What have we spoke about?
We spoke about
veganism, spoke about...
I think we've upset people with this one.
Yeah, I think maybe... I think this one deserves a listen through.
Nah, I don't have time for that shit, mate.
First
Too busy waiting for the bill. This can be kind of a... pet peeves, we're annoyed having a bit of a moan episode, but you also got some nice stories sprinkled in there as well.
Yeah.
We're on all major platforms, including the soon to be announced Porn Plus. So
Dan will be on that.
He sure will.
Yeah.
Kieran O'Hare will be on that.
Yeah, true.
Looking for his sauce. If you need anything saucing, Monzo me a tenner.
Tenner?
I've really built this skill up over a lot of years. I'm very good at it.
Okay.
It's more than just a Google search, reverse image search.
Oh, I see. I assumed it was.
Oh, come on, mate. That's built into Chrome now.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder
but not many people know about it.
Well, it's like, there you go.
It's like muting your tabs. Not many people know about that.
Muting the tabs is annoying because you forget it's muted and then you're like, why is my audio not
Do you ever
working?
pin your tabs?
No, never.
Never.
I've got bookmarks.
Yeah.
Why would I need a pinned tab?
Yeah, good if you've got like web email. And you
just keep it in a tab.
Yeah, I suppose.
A tab is as good as a pinned tab.
Use the extension, the Gmail extension. It's always there. What am I on about?
Thanks so much for listening, everybody. We're off to go get a Mackey's with Matthew Bryony.
We're off for Mackey's?
I thought we just said we're off for a McGangbang.
Oh, yeah.
I'd rather go somewhere else.
And I'll tell you what else they got. Celebrations McFlurry.
Let's go. Let's get that for dessert, but maybe go somewhere a bit spicier for a main. Right. Anyway, let's get off this podcast.
All right.
Thanks, everyone. Love you and leave you. Razzie, if you press that yellow button and then hit end record, and I'll do it on here.
Remember to subscribe. Press the bell.
Like. Oh, no. Rate.
Did I say like as well?
Yeah, they know, mate. Yeah, if they've listened this far, they probably have liked.
Have you liked it yet? Right, cheers.
Bye. Jesus. Very good.